Selamat pagi. Semua saya rasa akan sangat rindukan kamu semua.
Recording in progress.
I'm glad they didn't record that. Guys, I'm a little sad because this is the next to last day that we have together. So next week I will be going to work at this time and I won't be coming to see all of you. You will just do whatever you do when you don't have a festival of faith. And this moment that we shared will be finished. But think for a second, join me in thinking that we are creating here a memory together. Every minute we are singing. Thank you so much. It's beautiful every day to sing with you. Every minute we are singing, things we are learning together. We are connecting in the morning and then we remember things we talked about. All of this is becoming a memory. And in a few days, you will look back and it will be just that, a memory. But maybe some of the things that we shared together will stay with us. And I will miss you. I will miss you very much. This is much more fun than what I do in the States, being here with you. But when something is ending and it has been good somehow for us, we want it to continue a little more, don't we? Somehow, to take some of the good parts of this and continue it for a little while. So I was looking, and I have a colleague that he wrote a book, Julian Melgoza from Spain. He wrote a great book that, look at the index. Anxiety, excess of future. Depression, excess past. Stress, excess present. Enslaved to addictions, sense of guilt, and other topics that have to do with emotional health. So I was talking to the chaplains and saying, why don't you organize something to keep going and to have a few more encounters, something we are thinking about it, but to keep healing emotionally. This is a journey. It's not like a week and okay. It's a journey we go into life. All of you are in that journey too, our staff members. I am in that journey. It goes for life to keep healing. And so how many of you, I just want to have a sense if this is something that some are interested, because I would be interested, but I don't know about you. Anyone here says, I would like to do this, maybe with a couple of friends, we come together, we are part of this healing journey, and we just keep going and connecting with things that are good for us. Anyone that you say, I would be interested in doing something like that? Just want to know if there is some interest. I see a couple of hands. These are very few hands. So the others, you are not interested or you are not sure? You are shy? That was not shy, whoever said that. Okay, think about it, because if there is no one that wanna do it, we won't do it. But if some of you say, I would like to do it, I would like to have maybe a group that we discuss these things, I would like to have someone to help me, like Pastor Nestor, helping me with ideas, and think about it, because based on that, maybe tomorrow I tell you, okay, we are doing this to continue. Or I can tell you we are doing nothing. Okay? Will you think about that? Now that you thought for 2 more minutes, anyone else that says, yes, I would like to be part of that? You are a tough crowd, eh? Okay. The antidote for the never, ever enough culture. I want to share with you the antidote that God created for the never enough culture. You remember that before I came, I sent the QR code with a survey, and some of you, actually 121, answered that survey, and you gave me super good advice about food. When I was coming to the end, what should I not miss here in Malaysia? Guys, 90% of your advice was food. You were hungry maybe when you were answering the survey. But I got a long list of good things that I have been trying. Durian, it's really good. I don't know how many of you like it. I thought I was very doubtful because some people said, "Oh no, it's terrible." I really like that one. So I was trying some of the things you told me, and I was paying attention to the other answers that you gave, and many of you were talking about never feeling enough. There is always something else I need to do to grow, to change. I don't feel comfortable with myself. I feel very insecure. Things like that, that I really connected with because we are in a culture that is never enough. So I want to share with you an antidote. This is a psychological and spiritual antidote for the never enough culture. So I want to show you a video now that is a commercial. I collect commercials. If there is a commercial from here that you like and you want to send me the link, in Instagram, let me show you again. That's my Instagram there, Nestor Bruno. So if you want to send me a commercial that you like, I would like to collect commercials from here. This is a commercial from Dove. How many of you know that brand for shampoo and soap? Dove? Okay, there you go. You say Dove here or Dove? Okay, I heard something wrong. Good. So this is a commercial that Dove prepared. Let's watch it together.
Very quiet, please. Cameras rolling. And we're recording sound. Slated.
Okay, good commercial. Really like it. But it tells you what we are competing against. That's not real. That's pre-production, professional makeup, professional lighting, professional photography, post-production, Photoshop, editing, and finally what you see, it's not real. It's just a digital product. Not real, but it works. Because you look at that and you compare it with yourself and you can never match it. That's the whole point. Because if you match it, then you feel okay. But if you don't match, if you don't measure up, you don't feel okay. And that's the whole point that the market uses to make you buy things. Because if you don't feel enough, that's great for them because then that feeling will be kind of filled a little with something that you buy. They are offering to you. So that works very well for them, but it doesn't work very well for you or for me because we never, ever feel adequate enough. And that's very tiring, at least for me. I'm so tired of that. Now, we can look at that and say, oh, okay, that's a female thing. Yeah, of course. Those things that are, look at that skin, that, I don't know how much of that was changed. You saw the beginning of the video and the end. That's not real. Now, what about us, guys? How many of you, when you start the year, January, you say, okay, going to the gym this year, changing my diet, I will, be healthy. And then you go to the gym. I do that, I pay my subscription. I said, that hurts, but that will make me go. And I start going to the gym. And the pictures I see in the gym? So I'm there with my little weight, trying to start because you have a person that tells you how much to do and how many repetitions and how much weight. And then I look around all these pictures they put. But that's the whole point. Because you look at these pictures and underneath, they are selling me a protein bar, a milkshake, some powder, some creatine, something. Because of course, I look at it, I don't look like him. And this guy also has Photoshop, I wanna believe. Okay? So I don't look like him. I wanna measure up because that's supposedly very attractive and whatever. And then they try to sell me something. And even though I'm explaining this to you, and you might say, yeah, that's what they do, it works every time. Even though we know it, this is not real, they are manipulating you, it works. It works every time. Because that's the principle. You cannot match. It's the never enough focusing on the lack. So you're not focusing on, I'm healthy, I'm feeling well, I'm here with you connecting, we are having a good time. No, don't focus on that. The whole point is you focus in what's missing. And when you focus in what's missing, they got you. Because they can sell you something. So we live our whole days focusing on what's missing. So I don't think about I'm in the 3rd year in nursing. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking I don't know enough for the next quiz. I'm behind in what I'm studying. I didn't finish my clinicals and I'm feeling so tired. So I always focus on what's missing. We have been trained our whole lives to focus on the lack, not on what we have, not on, wow, I did almost 3 years, I'm moving forward, I passed so many quizzes already. You see the difference here? Because if you feel enough and okay, it doesn't work for them, it works for you. Should we keep moving a little more? Because it's a message for anyone here that is a little perfectionist. You immediately get hooked with this. So let me tell you how this works for the market, and then we can talk about how not to get won by the market. Now, I want to tell something to the ones here that believe, that have a faith, okay? I want to tell you something. Many times, the religion that we practice, any religion, Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist, Buddhist, Hindu, Taoism, whatever religion it is, all of them could be market religions. What do you mean by that, Nestor? I'm glad you asked. What is a market religion? Well, if I ask you, how many of you prayed enough this week? Anyone that would say, oh, I prayed enough, more than enough. How many of you read the Bible or the Bhagavad Gita or your book of inspiration enough this week? How many of you testified and helped others with a loving heart enough this week? And this is so tricky because what is enough? How much is enough? And religions will also work like the market. You should never feel enough. And if you lift up your arm and you said, yes, I prayed enough and I feel accepted by God and I am at peace, we would look at you a little like, okay, you need some spiritual help here. But look at that. We converted our religions in market religions. It's never enough. And if you ask me, Nestor, did you pray enough? I have to be honest with you. How much is enough? How much is enough? So you never know. And it keeps you there, always feeling guilty. You didn't do enough. Are you following me here? So look to the one next to you and say, are you following? Are you following? We are just checking. Are you following? You are, okay. So let's keep going if you are following, because religion can be very toxic and bad if we leave it this way. God designed religion or spirituality not to be this way. He created us and he said everything was good and he was pleased with us. We didn't do anything yet and we were already blessed and loved. And before we went to work for a week, he gave us the Sabbath to just stop and have a relationship with him. So you see, it's not about achievement and being enough. It's about God saying, look, I like you. You know, I have a pin with my name tag that I use in the hospital, and the pin says, God likes you. Did you think about that concept? Did anyone tell you that God really likes you? Difficult to believe because if you don't like yourself, which most of us don't, very difficult to believe that God looks at you and he says, you are so cool. I really like you. That's the God that I believe in. Otherwise, why would I believe in a God that for him I'm never enough? And if you are believing in that kind of God, give up. Because the true, wonderful God believes in you, likes you, and he believes so much in us that he left and he said, you go and heal my people. I'll be with you, I'll give you strength, but you do it. I trust you, I believe in you. That's the God we have. Now, how many fashion seasons are there? Let's keep thinking about this that we are here processing together. I was very surprised when I was researching this. I thought that we have, like when I was a kid, 4 seasons. No? You have some clothes that you see during winter, then spring, summer, autumn. But I was researching that the cloth market, they don't work with 4 seasons. Can you guess how many seasons, how many times they release a new product and try to make you buy things during a year? Sorry? Every month, so 12 seasons. That's a good guess, Jim. Any other number? 52, one per week. That's an interesting one. Actually, they work, as I was researching, with 30, at least 30. You have the season of jeans, the season of scarves, the season of new shoes, the season of sandals, the season of this and that, and you can never catch up. You are always looking at something you don't have and it's becoming fashion. So that's how it works. You will never feel enough. What about food design? Do you think that food has been designed to bring you satiety and to feel full and you say, oh, I ate enough Pringles. I don't need another potato chip, you know? Oh, I was going and eating these squares of chocolate, but I ate 2 or 3 and I felt so satisfied that I said, no, I will leave it and I don't want to eat the bar. When did that happen to you? Teach me. How did you do it? Because all the food that we eat, or most of it, it's been designed to keep you hooked and you want more and more and more. But it's not like you have a problem. There are people that design these things thinking about how everything works when you eat something so it can keep you hooked. And let me tell you something else. Let's answer this together. After what amount of money there is no increase in happiness? Did you know that? No, you thought that more money, more happiness. Yeah, I thought that too at some point. But you know that there is a point when happiness doesn't increase after a certain amount of money? Did you know that? This was studied. Do you want to guess what's the point when you pass it, no more happiness? How much money? Sorry? 3 million? Or a billion. Ambitious. Okay, good. A billion. Good, good point. Any other? Wanna guess? What's the amount of money after that? No more happiness? Well, according to this study that was done in the United States, when a family of 4 has between 22 and 80,000 a year, after that, you can earn 100,000, 200,000, 3, 1 million. Your happiness doesn't increase. Yeah, you can buy a nicer car or you can go and fly places and go on vacations. No more happiness. You know, they actually asked poor people, middle class people, and very rich people, how much money is enough for you? And you know what they answered? It was interesting that all of them answered the same thing. The same thing. Poor, middle class, and very rich. You know what they answered? Just a bit more. How much is enough for you? Just a bit more. So when people reach that number, after that, there will be no more happiness. Here, there must be a number in Malaysia. And after that, you think that you are happier because you are famous and you have more money. No increase in happiness. You know, I love what Jim Carrey said. You know the actor? Yeah, funny and interesting. He said, I hope everybody could get rich and famous and will have everything they ever dreamed of. So they will know that's not the answer. I wish everyone could be famous and rich, so they know that's not the answer. That's not the answer. Because you will never have enough. Never enough. So let's keep moving a little more this morning, because this is something that is so spread in the world, and we need to fight against it with our spirituality. So let me ask you again, how many super billionaires you need to match half of the world's wealth? If you take half of the population of the world and you say, okay, these 4 billion people, they have this amount of money, how many super billionaires you need to get together to match the same amount of money of half of the people of the world? How many super billionaires? So those are billionaires, okay? So they have many of those billions. How many? In 2010, you needed 388 people. So we will call it the Airbus 380 Club, because you can fit that people in a plane, in that one plane. 2016, how many people do you think that you needed 6 years later to match half of the world's wealth? 190. Anyone else would like to guess? 500. Thank you. Well, actually, you need only a bus, because 62 people can match 6 years later half of the wealth population in the world. In 2023, that's the closest one I could find. Do you know how many people we needed 3 years ago? 5? 10? 11? Okay. 6? We were close. 6, 7? Maybe someone said 8. But you needed 3 years ago just a minivan. You can fit all of them, 8 people. The way this is going, I don't know, in a couple of years, I will tell you that we can fit them in a motorcycle. That's how it is going. Now, you can say, but it wasn't enough for these people having all those billions? No, because it's never enough. That's the whole point. And it keeps you wanting more power, more money, more something. It never ends. I am powerful because gratefulness is always within my reach. And St. Paul said, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God. God goes against all of this. You give thanks and you focus in what you have, not in what you are lacking. You see the whole point here? Psychologically, gratefulness takes you out from this never enough circle. One day I was feeling really depressed. I won't ask you to lift up your hand, but I hope you can understand. I was low. You know those days that nothing can lift you up? I was really low. So I called a friend. Say, hey, Oscar, how are you, man? I'm feeling like this. And I started complaining to him about many things that were not going the way I wanted. And you know, Oscar is one of those friends that I hope all of you have one like him. You know those friends that they cannot stop making jokes? They are all the time happy, funny. It, you know, you are in a funeral and you have to say, Oscar, it's a funeral, okay? Not here. Please, I beg you. That kind of friend. We all need one of those. So if you are that kind of person, thank you. So I was talking to him and I said, look, I'm feeling like this. And I was complaining a lot. And I'm sorry, this is what he said. I made a pause. There was silence. And then he says, Nestor, are you not happy you don't have diarrhea today? Let me ask you, are you not happy you don't have diarrhea today? I hope you are all happy. So he said that, and of course I smiled. I said, oh, God. But he connected me with what I had. I was healthy. I was feeling okay. So he started the journey of connecting me with gratitude. There is always something or someone you can be grateful for. Even in the midst of all your complaints, I could be grateful that I was feeling okay from my stomach. There is always something to be grateful for. And that's a spiritual journey of gratitude, focusing on what you have, not on what you are missing. I want to leave you with a challenge. These are a couple of books that helped me. The Gratitude Diaries. That's not even written by a Christian, I would say, but it's a journey through gratitude, a very spiritual journey of someone that was depressed at the beginning of the year and through the whole year did a journey of gratitude, and by the end of the year, depression was completely gone. Or a 5-minute gratitude journal. Every day before you finish the day, you are maybe in the dorms with your friends, and you say, okay, before we go to sleep, each one of you, what is something you are thankful for today? And at the beginning, it will, I need to think, I am not sure. But then you will get into the practice, and you will go from Gratitude Street to Gratitude Avenue. And from Gratitude Avenue, do I need to answer that? You got it? Okay. So Gratitude Avenue, I will go to Gratitude Highway or Motorway. I don't know how you call it here. So the more I practice this, the more the street gets wider and easier. So finally, I would like to invite you to do something. I would like you to write a letter to yourself, writing things you are thankful for. You write the letter, you put it in an envelope, you close it, and then you write your name and address. And tomorrow, I will be getting all those envelopes, all the ones that would like to do this. And I will keep them with me. I will never read them. You give it to me closed. And in 5 or 6 months, I will send them to you from the States. You will forget in 5, 6 months. And all of a sudden, one day, you will receive this letter and you will say, oh, this is my handwriting. And you will remember. Because we need to practice this. We need to be reminded. We are going against the market. We are going against powerful forces. And we want to help each other in this college, in this hospital, to practice gratitude. So I want to do that with you. That would be fun. You know, you write your letter, you put it, I take it, and when you forgot about it, one day it will arrive back to remind you the people and the things you are thankful for. How many of you would like to do that? Oh, wonderful. I see a nice group. Okay, so you can do it today, tomorrow morning, that is our last day. I will get the envelopes, put them all together, and in a few months, send them to you back. How many of you are grateful that we were here together this morning? So we started the day focusing on what we have and not on the lack. That's healthy. That's spiritual. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we start this day saying thank you. Thank you so much for the people we have seated next to us, for the work we are going to do today, for the study, and because we are growing with you. Thank you so much. We pray in your holy name. Amen. Have a great day.